Islam is not our adversary. Muslims are peaceful and tolerant people and have nothing whatsoever to do with terrorism.
Islam is a religion that preaches peace, and the overwhelming majority of Muslims are peaceful.
Credo che non è giusto identificare l'Islam con la violenza. Questo non è giusto.
Hundreds of young girls, fast asleep in their beds, are awakened by the sound of gunfire. Armed attackers have stormed their boarding school and set fire to dozens of buildings. Nearly 300 of them are dragged from their dorm, loaded onto trucks, and carried away deep into the forest.
Of course, many like Hillary, Obama, the Pope, and even Muslim imams claim that Islam is a religion of peace. Let's see what you think.
ليش بدك تطعن اليهودي؟ سرقوا أرضنا بدك تطعنيهم بإيش؟ يا قوية أنت إن شاء الله يا
Lies, to lie, not to say the truth. No, you cannot lie at all as a Muslim. The Prophet said, alayhi salatu wassalam, lying is not permissible except in three situations. One, in war, when we're fighting with the enemy, and the armies are here and their armies are coming, and one says, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to fight. This is not logical. You say, I'm going for a picnic, I'm going south, when actually I'm going north. Yes, this is not a lie. This is war strategy. So this is permissible in Islam. Two, when you reconcile between two fighting factions, Muslims, This brother, Abdullah, is not speaking to Muhammad. They're fighting with each other for so many years. I go to Abdullah and say, Abdullah, why don't you speak to Muhammad? He says, Ya akhi, this guy is horrible, he's stingy. I said, yes, but I was with him yesterday. And I spoke to him and he said, MashaAllah, Abdullah is the best man. He's generous, he is kind. But shaitan came between us and I cannot give salam to him. But oh, wallahi, I love him. And Abdullah says, he said that? I said, yes, wallahi, he said that. I soften his heart. Then I go to Muhammad and I say the same thing. And he says, Abdullah said that? I said, yes, he said that and he loves you for the sake of Allah. And I get them to meet together, and alhamdulillah, they become friends again. This is not a lie, the Prophet says. This is permissible in Islam. The third lie is for the sisters, and that is, and for the brothers as well. It is permissible for a husband to lie to his wife and for a wife to lie to her husband. And everything? No. The husband leaves at 7 o'clock p.m. Where are you going? I have a meeting. I'm going to the clinic. I have an emergency. He's lying. No, this is haram. Totally prohibited. What is meant in the hadith is you are allowed to lie in order to make your spouse happier. So my wife comes wearing a new dress and she says, how do I look? Is this your daughter's dress? What is this? The flesh is coming out from everywhere. It's too tight. It's very ugly on you. What will happen? She will probably shoot me between the eyes. Women are very dangerous in this.
Many claim that Allah of the Qur'an and God of the Bible are one and the same. Is this true?
God loves sinners. His love is impartial. It is universal. It is unconditional. And this is a world of difference from the God of the Qur'an. According to the Qur'an, God does not love sinners. He does not love unbelievers. He is an enemy to unbelievers. God in the Qur'an only loves those who first love Him.
So if Allah is not God, then the important question becomes, who is Allah?
A 4,000-year-old archaeological discovery identifies Allah by name with the story of Lucifer and the mother of harlots. In 4 ancient sites in Turkey, uncovered cuneiform tablets upon which was written the story of Allah some 4,000 years ago. That's 2000 BC.
Of course, an important question now might be, what part does Islam play in our possible future, if any?
Now, Albert Pike is this high mason who wrote the manual, if you like, of Scottish Freemasonry. He said the following: the First World War, to overthrow the power of the Tsars in Russia, protector of orthodoxy, and bring about an atheistic communistic state. Did that happen? Yes. Now that was written long before this event. Long before this event. This was written in 1871. This war broke out in 1914. The Second World War, that's also written long before the event, to originate between Great Britain and Germany, to strengthen communism as antithesis to the Judeo-Christian culture, and bring about a Zionist state in Israel. Did it achieve this objective? Yes. In fact, after this war, Israel, in its present form, was reinstated under the protection of Britain. And then, interestingly enough, a Third World War, a Middle Eastern war involving Judaism and Islam and spreading internationally. That's fascinating. Is that on the cards, or what do you think? We shall unleash the nihilist and the atheist. So the destroyer and the atheist. And we will provoke a formidable social cataclysm which in its horror will show clearly to the nations the effect of absolute atheism. origin of savagery and the most bloody turmoil. Then everywhere the citizens obliged to defend themselves against the minority of revolutionaries will exterminate these destroyers of civilization, and the multitude, disillusioned with Christianity, will receive the pure light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer. The destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time.
It's so representative of what's taken place. But we are going to protect Christianity. And if you look what's going on throughout the world, you look at Syria, where if you're Christian, they're chopping off heads. You look at the different places, and Christianity, it's under siege.
This is a map of the Muslim Empire at the height of their reign, between 633 AD and 930 AD. That was then. This, my friends, this is a map of the Muslim-controlled territory today, and it's growing. Should we be concerned?
Darul Uloom Islamic High School in Birmingham is a full-time independent secondary school, inspected by government-approved teams. It's required to teach tolerance and respect for other religions. But we went undercover because we had gathered evidence of extreme intolerance. This is how British children are being taught to read the Qur'an. In a Muslim faith school in the north of England. Here's what 11-year-old Muslim children are being taught about non-Muslims in a full-time secondary school. The school's last inspection praised it for promoting tolerance and harmony in society. But in this assembly, the teacher tells the boys they should hate the sinful nature of non-Muslim society.
You're not like the non-Muslim out there, and all that evil you see on the streets. You know, people not wearing hijab properly, people smoking, people walking like they got something stuck in their hands. Yeah, these kind of things, yeah? Yeah, you should hate it. They should hate walking down that street.
Some scandals are so massive that they're simply hard to believe. But this one is true. As many as 1 million white English children may have been the victims of Muslim rape gangs, better known as grooming gangs, in towns up and down Great Britain.
Telling you all about France's no-go zones, hundreds of Muslim-controlled areas around Paris that outsiders and cops don't dare to explore. They chose just to give it up. We have them here in the United States, too. I bet you did not know that. Nearly 24 enclaves popping up across 9 different states. Where are
we have them in Texas, Sweeney, Texas. We have them in York, South Carolina. We have them in Commerce, Georgia. We have them in Red House, Virginia. We have them in upstate New York. We have them in California. We have them in Michigan. They're scattered all around the United States.